Here we're going to show the Osirium suite integrating with Tenable's Nessus vulnerability scanner. It's a great example of how every part of the suite works to create a secure environment that's easy to manage. We're going to show you application-to-application credential management, privileged credentials delivered to scanned applications, API integration, scheduled tasks, and the Osirium map server. Tom has the details.
We need to scan all our external services for vulnerabilities. To do this, we've deployed Tenable's Nessus Professional. With Nessus, it's possible to run a simple scan, but we like to take things one level higher and provide Nessus with a set of privileged credentials for a deeper scan. To do this across the whole environment, manually, I'd say it takes about half a day.
How often do we need to do this kind of scanning?
We're in the public eye, so it's a case of as often as possible, at least once a week. Of course, we'll take advantage of our own Osirium environment to do as much of this for us as possible.
How was Nessus to work with? How did you go about the integration?
It's really very similar to the way that we approach customer integration work, except we're the ones setting the requirements. Nessus is web-based, so there's web single sign-on, and it also has an API for task automation.
I know you're working at the Python level, but what are the benefits of a good API?
The most difficult integrations are when you have to drive a task in the same way as an end user. Osirium's internal task systems have to reason over the web pages, fill in the dialog boxes, and understand any dialog boxes that may or may not be returned at any point. An API represents a contract between two systems that's nicely constrained with an expected flow and result scheme. With good documentation, you can also build your requirements based on what the API supports. With Nessus, it provided a great way to pass over the credentials that were needed for the deep scans.
Right, I know we're using the map server here. Can we see the SSO in action?
Here we go. There's not much difference to see here, except the credentials are injected for you. You're signed into Nessus, ID to role, job done tick.
I guess you're not expecting to use the SSO much.
Absolutely. For the most part, we expect the automated tasks to do nearly all the heavy lifting. We'll use the single sign-on for upgrades, scan definitions, and sometimes fault finding.
How will the task automation work?
Here you can see the scheduled tasks. These produce the PDF reports that get shifted over here for review. We've also started working on parsing these results and triggering notifications when vulnerabilities are found. Here's a successful scan and a file for me to download.
Couldn't you have used all that development time to look after our customers?
Actually, it's really a case of giving us more time to look after customers. Quite a few of them use Nessus as well, so maybe they'll benefit from this integration work. It really does reduce all that busy work my team might have to do, and it allows them more time for customer interaction and thinking work, which is way more satisfying. But there's more. Osirium has helped us match what Nessus does to our business needs. We get more scanning done, we never share credentials, and Osirium is managing the life cycle of the privileged accounts. We don't have to manage them in two places.
So there you are, and there it was, a major contribution to corporate security at Osirium. If you'd like to use this integration or have Tom's team help you with Osirium, please get in touch.